Miracles. These events that leave us speechless, those incredible events that we can't explain with the laws of nature, like an eclipse or a thunderstorm that lights up the sky. A pause in everyday life, something completely different. A snapshot that makes us stop and think. Basically, miracles are events attributed to divine intervention. They are moments when we believe that God or some higher power has intervened. And they play an important role in many religions. From Christianity to Islam and from Hinduism to Buddhism, miracles are everywhere. Miracles give us a taste of the power of the divine. They remind us that there is something beyond the physical world. They assure us that there is a higher power at work in the world, a power that can change the course of events. They inspire us with awe and wonder. They strengthen faith. They make us feel like we are not alone. Believers often cite miracles as proof of God's existence. These are the moments when their faith becomes stronger. They offer them comfort and hope. In difficult times, miracles are the flame that keeps hope alive. Miracles can be seen as a testament to the limitless possibilities that exist beyond our understanding. They are proof that the impossible can become possible. But what exactly constitutes a miracle? Is it simply an unexplained event or something more? Something that science cannot yet explain? Or is there something more? Is it a sign of the presence of the divine? Throughout history, different religions have given their own interpretations of miracles. Each religion has its own stories and traditions. They have attributed them to the energies of their corresponding deities. Their gods and goddesses are the creators of these miracles. In this video, we will delve into the fascinating world of miracles. We will examine how these events have affected humanity. We will explore how different religions perceive and explain these unusual events. We will see the differences and similarities in their interpretations. We will see examples of miracles from different religions, from the parting of the Red Sea to the healings of the sick. And we will discuss the conflict between faith and reason when it comes to these seemingly impossible events. How do science and religion view miracles? So join me on this exploration. Let's discover together the world of miracles and their significance in our lives. Christianity is filled with stories of miracles. From the beginning of its history, miracles have played a central role in the faith and tradition of believers. From its very foundations, miracles are inextricably linked to its narrative. The early Christians believed that miracles were proof of the divine presence and the power of God. The life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, the central figure of Christianity, are depicted as a series of miraculous events. These events were not just stories, but foundations of faith that inspired generations of believers. The Gospels, which recount the life and teachings of Jesus, are filled with stories of his miracles. These stories have been preserved and studied for centuries, offering spiritual guidance and inspiration. Jesus heals the sick, walks on water, even raises the dead. These acts were not merely impressive, but had deep spiritual significance for believers. These acts are not presented simply as magic tricks, but as demonstrations of God's power and love for humanity. Believers see in these miracles proof of divine intervention and God's infinite love. One of the most famous miracles in Christianity is the multiplication of the 5 loaves and 2 fish. This story has been repeated countless times in sermons and teachings. With only a few loaves and fish, Jesus manages to feed a multitude. This miracle is not only a show of power, but also an expression of his compassion and care for people. This miracle highlights Jesus' compassion and his ability to care for people in need. This story continues to inspire and teach the value of solidarity and love. Miracles in Christianity are not limited to the Bible. In modern times, believers continue to report miraculous events attributed to the power of God and faith. Throughout history, there have been countless reports of modern miracles attributed to the power of God. Healings, visions, and other unexplained phenomena continue to be reported by believers. These stories often become the subject of study and discussion. Unexplained phenomena continue to be reported by believers. These modern narratives often serve as a source of inspiration and confirmation of faith for Christians around the world. Believers see in these miracles proof of God's continued presence in their lives. From Africa to Asia, from Europe to America, Stories of miracles continue to unite and inspire believers, offering hope and faith in these difficult times. In Islam, miracles are known as mujizat, which means that which renders incapable. These miracles are seen as signs of divine intervention and the power of God, surpassing the limits of human understanding and natural laws. They are considered extraordinary events that defy the laws of nature, serving as irrefutable proof of God's power and the legitimacy of his messengers. These miracles are not just phenomena, but have deep spiritual meaning and purpose, strengthening the faith of believers and guiding them on the right path. The most important miracles in Islam are those attributed to the Prophet Muhammad. The Prophet Muhammad, as the last messenger of God, received many miracles that confirmed his mission and strengthened the faith of his followers. One of the most revered miracles associated with Muhammad is the night journey, or Isra and Miraj. This miraculous event describes Muhammad's journey from Mecca to Jerusalem and then his ascension to heaven, where he met God and received important revelations that defined Islamic faith and practice. During this journey, Muhammad is said to have met previous prophets, including Jesus and Moses, and received revelations from God that form the basis of Islamic prayer. These revelations included instructions for the daily prayer of Muslims, known as Salah, which is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Another important miracle attributed to Muhammad is the splitting of the moon. This miracle is known as Shaq al-Qamar and is mentioned in various Islamic sources and traditions. According to Islamic tradition, when some disbelievers challenged Muhammad to prove his prophethood, he pointed to the moon and it split in 2. This miracle is considered a testament to Muhammad's divine connection and the truth of his message, strengthening the faith of his followers and demonstrating the authenticity of his mission. This event is considered a testament to Muhammad's divine connection and the truth of his message. Believers see in this miracle proof of divine intervention and the power of God, confirming Muhammad's prophethood. Miracles in Islam are not limited to the Prophet Muhammad. Many other prophets and saints have also been attributed miracles which strengthen the faith and devotion of believers. Throughout Islamic history, there have been accounts of saints and righteous people performing miracles with the permission of God. These miracles include healings, prophecies, and other supernatural phenomena that confirm the faith and devotion of believers. These miracles serve as a reminder of the power of God and the importance of faith and devotion in Islam. Believers see in these miracles proof of divine intervention and the power of God, which strengthens their faith and guides them on the right path. Part 4. Miracles in Hinduism, the power of gods and goddesses. Hinduism, with its vast pantheon of gods and goddesses, is rich in stories of miracles. In Hinduism, miracles, or siddhis, are considered to be manifestations of the divine power that permeates the universe. These extraordinary feats are often attributed to the actions of gods and goddesses or to individuals who have attained a high level of spiritual awareness. The Hindu epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, are filled with stories of miracles. Gods and goddesses intervene in the lives of mortals, performing incredible feats of strength, magic and transformation. For example, in the Mahabharata, Lord Krishna stops the sun in the sky to help his devotee Arjuna win a battle. Hinduism also recognizes the ability of enlightened beings, such as yogis and saints, to perform miracles. These individuals, through rigorous spiritual practice, are believed to have gained mastery over their minds and bodies, allowing them to access and manipulate the subtle energies of the universe. Miracles in Hinduism serve as a reminder of the divine presence in the world and the possibilities for spiritual growth. Science generally views miracles with skepticism, as they are not consistent with natural laws and cannot be verified through experimental or observational methods. Here are some scientific perspectives on miracles. Skepticism and evidence. Science requires empirical evidence to accept any phenomenon. Miracles are often based on personal testimonies or religious texts, which are not considered reliable evidence by scientific standards. Natural explanations. Many phenomena considered miracles may have natural explanations that were not known at the time they were recorded. For example, phenomena such as sudden healings can be explained by the placebo effect or other psychological factors. Rare natural phenomena. Some supposed miracles, such as unusual weather events or miracle of the sun type phenomena, could be rare natural events that are misinterpreted as supernatural. Neuroscience of belief. Belief in miracles can also be explained by the functioning of the brain. The brain is prone to illusions, while group belief or pressure from the social environment can lead someone to experience something as a miracle, without there being an objective basis. Openness to possibilities. Although science cannot explain miracles based on today's laws of physics, some scientists, particularly in fields such as quantum physics, argue that there are still unexplored aspects of reality that may one day explain these phenomena. Exploring miracles in the context of religion and science reveals a complex relationship between faith and the pursuit of knowledge. On the one hand, miracles serve as sources of inspiration and hope for believers, affirming their relationship with the divine and providing much-needed psychological support in difficult times. Religion sees miracles as proof of the divine presence in people's lives, strengthening faith and spirituality. On the other hand, science approaches miracles with a critical eye, seeking natural explanations and evidence. The need for evidence and the search for truth are central elements of the scientific method, and this can clash with the subjective experiences of faith. The conclusion of this research is that religion and science, despite their apparent differences, can coexist and complement each other. Believers can draw strength from miracles and the teachings of their religions, while science can offer new perspectives and explanations for the unknown. This interaction can enhance the discussion around the deepest questions of human existence, faith and knowledge, reminding us that the search for truth can take many forms, either through the spiritual or the scientific path.